welcome back to the Math Society. So this week we'll also be continuing on with ADSL topics. So this week's topic is going to be sequences. So let's get right into it. For the first question, it says that the n term of the sequence is given with this sequence, and then you just need to write down the third, fourth, and the fifth terms. For the third terms, we just need to substitute 3, right? So it's going to be 2 minus 5, 3. So that's 2 minus 15, which is going to be minus 13. And for the fourth sequence as well, so which is 2 minus 5, 4. So that's 2 minus 20, which is going to be minus 18. And then the fifth sequence, which is 2 minus 5, 5, which is 25. So 2 minus 25, that's going to be minus 23. So you have the third, fourth, and the fifth sequence, third, fourth, minus 13, minus 18, and minus 23. Okay, so now we'll move on to number question 2. It says that the nth term of a sequence is given by the same another expression. Find the first term and the third term. So we're gonna find the first term first, which is 2n squared minus 5. So that's 2 minus 5, which is going to be equals to minus 3. And the third term, which is 2, 3 squared minus 5. So 3 double square is 9, 9, 3, 18. That's going to be minus 5. So that's going to give you an answer of 13. And next we'll move on to number 3. So number 3, it says that it's also given by one equation. This time it asks you to calculate the difference. So not just the n term and n term, but the difference. So here it says the difference between the sixth term and the ninth term. So we'll find the sixth term first. So 3, 6 squared plus 11. Let me just calculate that. So that's 108 plus 11. That is going to be 119. And you have the ninth term, which is 3, 9 squared plus 11 as well. So 3, 9 squared plus 11, you'll get an answer of 254. So now to ask the difference, you'll be minusing them, which is 254 minus 119, which you will get an answer of 135, and that is your difference. And moving on to number 4, it says that the n term of the sequence a on n. So it's this expression, and you need to simplify it and explain why no term in the sequence is an integer. So let's write it down. So that's an equals to 2n squared plus 3n plus 1 divided by 2n plus 2. So then you will have 2n plus 1 and n plus 1. And that is, if you take out 2, you have n plus 1. So then you can simplify these and you'll have 2n plus 1 by 2. So then you'll have n plus half, right? So if you have n plus half, we know they ask you why it cannot be an integer. Because we know that n is always going to be an integer. So whenever it adds plus 0.5, it's always going to show in a decimal, right? And it's never going to be an integer. So you can write it that Sn is an integer when added 0.5, it will always be a decimal, and that should be your answer. And moving on to number 5 now. So we have the n term again, just first 3 terms. So in first term, 9 minus 4, 1, which is just 9 minus 4. That's going to equal to 5. Second term, 9 minus 4, 2. So that's 9 minus 8, which you get 1. And the third term, which is 9 minus 4, 3, 12. So that's going to equal to 9 minus 12. That's equal to minus 3. So you have the first 3 terms, 5, 1, minus 3. And that is your sequence. And this time moving on to number 6. So number 6, it gives you another expression. You just need to calculate this time is the sum, not the difference of the fourth and the fifth. So let's find the fourth first, which is 3 4 square plus 2. So that is 3 4 square is 48, and that's plus 2. You get an answer of 50. And the fifth term, so that's 3 5 square plus 2. So 3 5 square, that's 75, plus 2, that you will have 77. And it asks for the sum, right? So you just have to add them, which is 50 plus 77. So you will have 127, and that is your answer. And moving on to number 7. So number 7, it says that the n term of the sequence, this time it's 3n minus 5. Write down the first two terms. So the first two terms, first term first, which is 3 1 minus 5. So that's 3 minus 5, which is going to equal to minus 2. And the second term, which is 3 2 minus 5. So 3 2 6 minus 5. That's equal to 1. So that's minus 2 and 1. And it says that the n term of the sequence is 103. So basically this is like, they don't let you find the n term of the answer of the n term, but they give you the answer. They just want to know the value of the m. So it basically has to be the n value. Sure. We have 3n minus 5 equals to 103. And this one has to be n, yeah? So 3n minus 5 equal to 103. 3n equals to 108. So n, you're going to have to divide. 3 3 9 18, so that's 36. So your n value has to be 36. So it's like when the n term is 36, you have an answer of 103. Okay, so now number 8. Number 8 says that n term of the sequence is given by this, whether 2 2 2. So we just need to know if 2 2 is a number or not. So we're going to equal them. So n squared plus 3 divided by 2, that's going to equals to 2 2 2. So n squared plus 3 is going to equals to 444. So n squared, you will have 441. So n, you're going to have a root of 441. So that should give you an answer of 21. So whether if 222 is a sequence, is a term of the sequence, or you get an n integer 21, which tells that it is a term of the sequence. Yep, and then we'll move on to the next question, number 9. 4n minus 12, this time the sequence is, write down the first two terms. So first term, 4 1 minus 12. So that's 4 minus 12, so you get an answer of minus 8. Second term, that is 4 2 minus 12. So that's 4 2 8 minus 12. So you will have an answer of minus 4. And that's just the first two terms. And we have number question 10. It says n term 7 minus 4n, and you have to determine whether minus 1 2 3 is a term or not. So we'll have 7 minus 4n equals to minus 123. So minus 4n is going to equals to minus 1 2 3 minus 7. So minus 1 2 3 minus 7 is going to be minus 130. So 4n equals to 130, and n equals to 130 divided by 4, which you'll get 32.5. So we know that n always has to be an integer, right? So here they give you a decimal of 32.5, so we know that it is not a term. So you can say like it is not a term of the sequence. And moving on to number 11. So number 11, it says that the n term is given by 6n squared minus 5. This time is a difference diagram between this time is the second term and the fourth term. So let's find the second term first, which is 6 2 squared minus 5. So that is 6 2 squared 24 minus 5. So which you'll get 19. And then fourth term, 6 4 square minus 5. That's 6, 4 square, 96 minus 5. I have an answer of 91. And they want to know the difference between. So we know that it's 91 minus 19. So that's going to be 72. And that is your difference. And number 12, this is the last question for this week. So it says you write down the formula for the n term. We know that the formula, well, before we decide on the formula, we know that there's two different formulas if they have the same ratio and if they have the same difference. So let's see if they have the same ratio or same difference. So we see that 7, 3, there's a difference of 4. And then 11 and 12, there's a difference of 4. 15 and 19, there's a difference of 4. 19 and 23 has a difference of 4 as well. So we know that the difference is the same. So we can use this formula, which is a plus n minus 1d. So a is always the first letter, which is a equals to 7. And d is the difference, which is number 4. So a plus 7 plus n minus 1, d, which is 4. So you will get 7 plus 4n minus 4. So that should be 3 plus 4n. And that is your sequence. And that's it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next video as well.